Now, the ideal components of an edge, it should not require perfect execution. We've talked about this. Most day traders in particular implicitly are expecting perfect execution. It's got to offer ample opportunity. I don't want to sit here and trade, if I'm a day trader, and wait for some setup that only occurs once every 30 days. And ideally, it should be robust, and ideally, it will be flexible enough to fit various personalities and trading styles. Now, this is sort of a loaded bullet point slide of what the ideal edge is, because it's what we trade. These auction market concepts lend themselves to the development of actually an ideal edge. It's ideal for developing an edge. Hey, Raj, I'm going to bring up let me digress here. Raj says, you move your stop too close and your reward is still not 2 to 1. I guess, one of the things that you can work on, and this is something that I have challenged mentoring clients to do to get them over the hump with things, is, there's certain little games you can play with yourself when you're trying to achieve a specific goal. And it's not unusual for traders to have an enormous amount of difficulty having that big winning trade. And it can be for a variety of reasons, moving your stop too close or taking your profit too soon, etc. So you can sort of track your progress and not come in every day and expect, okay, today's the day I'm going to get the entire range in X contract, the Canadian dollar or gold or the S&P. And you can say, okay, I'm going to keep a record of my biggest winning trade in each contract that I trade over time, and I'm going to keep it every month. And each month, I'm going to try and exceed the biggest winning trade in some contract that I trade over last month. And when you do that, then you're being goal-oriented in a process way that helps you trade. We're not trading money. We're trying to perfect a process. As long as you're not over-leveraging yourself, you don't want to assume more risk than you can afford to take on any trade. But if that is the given, then you want to focus on these other goals. And it's not necessarily how much money I can make, how much more money I can make tomorrow than I made today. That will, if you get good at the process, the money comes. Okay, an edge involves two primary variables, reward and the risk. That's one variable. And then the probability that the trade's going to work. And, we've sort of beaten this to death, which is better, a high percentage of winning trades or large winners to losers. Well, I'm of the school that says large winners to losers. And the reasons are, I've given that. There's a margin for error. It's easier to achieve that over time. A lot of reasons. This is sort of a down and dirty formula. I'm going to give you a better formula in a minute, but it's the risk reward times the probability the trade will work minus the probability the trade won't work.